Yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's Dave England, your host of Wine with Dave. I am having a blast doing this. I love technical problems, and I think I've overcome all of them. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to do a lot of camera switches, a few segments, music, as you can hear. This is the kind of my theme song. I hope you like this. This is cool, right? Real deep piano. Cool. I don't mind dead silence. We'll just sit back and listen. Okay, enough. On with the show. So let me turn this off. This is where am I? And it's off. Okay, that was cool. That was a little theme song. I don't even know what it's called, but it's the Wine with Dave theme song. I've got my wine. I hope you've got your wine. This is a vintage, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I won't tell you what else is in that. It's a vintage from the Aflac region of France. Very ducky. It's very ducky from the Aflac region. We've got some guests tonight. I'm really excited. Listen, if you've got comments, leave them. Looks like Deb Dalton Bracken says, "Hi, Kelly." And Kelly McGuire Hochwarter, "Hello, Deb." Kelly, so do you remember we went to kindergarten together? This is so weird. We went to kindergarten together. You were like class clown, too, from what I remember. You were really funny. That's cool. Anyway, who else is on? Chris Maynard. Yo, Dave, what's going on, Chris? I was just yelling at my dogs earlier. You would not be proud of me. It was bad. They wouldn't come in the house. They love running around and doing their duty and poops and pees, but they just wouldn't come in. I don't know. Wouldn't come in. Deb says, "Very cool." Yeah. Okay, Stark. Glad you're back, Kay. We're on are we on episode 10 now? What am I on? Hold on a second. Let me see. I got to figure this thing out. We are on, this is the 10th episode. Holy crap. This is awesome. Last night we had a power outage, so I couldn't bring a guest on, which was going to be my 15-year-old daughter. You'd think that'd be easy. I just shift my chair over, but she downloaded a Skype account. She was going to be in her bedroom upstairs, and I was going to be down here. And then she's like, "Oh, sorry, Dad," like 15-year-old girls do. "Sorry, I've got a report due." So she had to cancel, but she will come on, and it's her take on the quarantine, a 15-year-old, through the eyes of a 15-year-old, what it's like to be quarantined. So I was really looking forward to that. So, she'll be on next week, but I'm telling you, I'm getting like emails from people. I just put a little ad out in Craigslist land, and from people I know, between those two things, everyone wants to be on the show. So I don't know. I don't think it's great. I think, honestly, it's 1 hour of my time, and that's 1 hour you guys will never get back. Believe me. I mean, it could be fun. Who knows? I don't mean to downplay it, but I won't downplay this thing. On last night's show, I tried to give this thing away. What is up with you people? All I said is I want it, and then I'll give it to you. Then I realized, and it's a panoramic, it's a panoramic photo of Wickford. It's beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Fine workmanship. Then I realized you don't want it. No one wants it because it might have the COVID virus on it, which is, oh, sure, you'll watch my show, but you won't take my photos. So anyway, I took the photo. I'm actually going to donate it to charity, probably RI Elder Info, raise money for them. I don't know what I get for it. It's a panoramic. What else we got here? Chris Maynard. Oh, no. Bill Parmentier. Howdy. Howdy, Bill. Bill, you'll be proud of me. I'm getting a little more technical these days. I'm on your heels. So Bill Parmentier is a photographer. He's very technical. Oh my God. Hello, Dave. Kelly, you remember me. Oh my gosh, that's so cool that you remember me from kindergarten. Mr. Crabtree's class. Yeah, Mr. Crabtree's class. Jordan's on. Geez, your hair grows fast. Yes, it does. Look at that. Look at that. There's no sleeping in Warwick. No sleeping. Kay, I know you'll take it. Well, maybe if you get, maybe the right price, it's willing to leave the house. It's a good piece of crap. Good photo. It's a really good photo, I think. But no one wanted it, and that was last night's thing. So we're not doing that tonight. I might just donate it to charity. So this week is pretty cool. I've got Bri Hochwarter on. She's waiting in the wing. She's in the green room. By the way, when guests are on a show, not as small as this show, but like, I don't know, Jimmy Kimmel and Fallon, all them guys, there's a green room. I don't know if you knew this, but there's a reason why it's called green, because it literally is painted green. And I've studied color psychology. Green vibrates on your irises the slowest. If you looked at the sound waves of green, not the sound waves, the waves, the visual waves, it's very slow. It actually calms your blood pressure down. So if you're about to go for a job interview, you should always bring with you a big 8.5 by 11 piece of green paper and just do this. Just look at it. Bring it really close to your eyes. Look at it. Let it vibrate. It will actually bring your pressure down. That's why it's called the green room. You look around and you just, it's calming you down. It's okay. So hopefully Brianna is in her green room, calming down. She'll do okay. Yeah, so she's on tonight. I'm looking forward to that. Joe Citrone is on tomorrow night. Joe is a drummer and a paranormal investigator. And he's a drummer in a heavy metal Ronnie James Dio tribute band. He's going to be on Wednesday night. Then Thursday is Allison Coleman Tedeschi. She helps you organize your space in your house. That will be cool. And then Friday, getting ready for the weekend, is Alan Langer. Alan Langer wrote The 7 Secrets to Selling. Sell without selling. I'm looking forward to that. So the week is filling up. And what's Monday? I can tell you what's Monday. Todd and the Stooligans. Sorry. Toad and the Stooligans. They're a hip-hop band from Rhode Island. And then all the way from California, Diane Greenwood. She's a nurse. She's going to be talking about what they're dealing with out there. And then on Wednesday of next week is Bill Simus from Funny for Funds and ID Seal. He's going to be making you pee your ever-loving pants. He's a very funny guy. But what he's talking about is not funny. It's about cyber crimes. So without further ado, in the lower left, where am I? Over here? Over there? Right over there. Right below here, you're going to see a purple popcorn. Click on it. Really doesn't mean anything for you, but it tells all your followers that you're watching a live video. And as they're scrolling through the feed, they're going, oh, what's Kelly watching? She's having a party? What's she watching? I'll watch it too. So they'll come on. So we'll have a lot of people on the show. So we got like 14 people watching now. Who do we got? We've got Candy Donovan from, here we are. We're hitting all of the U.S. Hi, Candy. Now, Candy, I do know. I was kidding with Kelly. We didn't go to kindergarten, but Candy, I do know. How's it going? It's going good. This is my show. Welcome to my show. I got a live show Monday to Friday at 9 o'clock. Wine with Dave. Bill Parmentier. Who do you have to pay to get on this show? Well, I'm just going to get rid of that comment. Who do you have to pay? Inbox me, Bill. I'll let you know. It's probably my wife you have to pay. All right, what do we got? Let's get up. We got some cool stuff. We have Dave Plays with Apps is a segment coming up. And, hey, type in there what town and city you're from. I'd like to know. That'd be really cool. Really, 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 really cool. Who else do we have? We got Sherry French. Is it Sherry French? She's watching the show. Hi, Sherry, another friend. And where are you from? I know you're out Midwest somewhere. You and Steve. I miss you guys. So everybody put in where you're from. Okay, Candy Donovan DeSanti is from Tennessee. That's right. You're in Tennessee. All right, that is cool. Yeah, Plays with Apps is a segment coming up. I'm not going to ramble too much. Let me just get to the top of the hour here. Ready? National Day. I do this every night. Is episode 10. Today is National Reach as High as You Can Day. April 14th. Reach as high as you can. All right? Not physically, but reach for goals. And I wanted to share something. In 1979, a Harvard MBA study, they did a study on goal setting and analyzed the graduating class to determine how many had set goals and had a plan to reach them. The graduating class was asked a single question about their goals in life. And here it is. Ready? Have you set written goals and created a plan for their attainment? Prior to graduation, it was determined that 84% of the entire class had set no goals at all. 13% of the class had set written goals but had no concrete plans. Okay, so they just wrote, I don't know, I want to get married, want to get a job, but no concrete plans. 3% of the class had both written goals and concrete plans to get there. Okay, what were the results? Well, you'll likely somewhat guessed it. Reading really small text. You've likely somewhat guessed it. 10 years later, so they followed up with these people. 10 years later, 13% of the class that had set written goals but had not created plans were making twice as much money as the 84% of the class that had set no goals at all. Okay, so they made twice as much money. That was crazy. However, the apparent kicker is that the 3% of the class that had both written goals and a plan were making not double that other group. They were making 10 times as much as the rest of the 97% of the class. So today is National Reach as High as You Can. I know we're dealing with quarantine and all this stuff and the virus, but still have big plans, okay? Still go out there and have big plans. Reach for the sky. Write them down and try to get some concrete steps to get there, because I've done that and it helps, and I wish I did way more back in the day, but I didn't. Speaking of reaching high, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I am a little bit on The Wizard of Oz. I want you to, speaking of reaching high, Dorothy, at the very end, she's trying to get in the balloon and take off, and finally, that was her goal, to get home to Kansas. The Tin Man is a traitor, all right? The Tin Man is a traitor. Check this out. Just watch.
Converse, and otherwise hobnob with my brother wizards. And I hereby decree that until what time, if any, that I return, the Scarecrow, by virtue of his highly superior brains, shall rule in my stead, assisted by the Tin Man, by virtue of his magnificent arm,
fake.
and the Lion, by virtue of his courage. Obey them as you would me. Thank you.
Watch this. Watch him. Look at this. Look at this. Unwinding it. He knew.
I can't come back. I don't know how it works.
Oh my gosh. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? He's all like crying and, big heart. Yeah, boo hoo hoo. He's unraveling the thing when she's not even in the basket. Conspiracy theory. I'm just saying, reach for high dreams, but watch out who your friends are, right? Anyway, what do we want to talk about? Yes, actually, you know what? It's also National, National Dolphin Day. And did you know that, I'm just winging this here, all right? So, National Dolphin Day, a male dolphin is called a bull, and a female dolphin is called a cow. So you can call your wife a cow. Just make sure that you're dolphins. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, so we got a guest today, and I'm pretty excited about her. I met her, a year and a half ago, and I didn't think much of her, actually. No, I'm kidding. I could tell she kicked butt no matter what she did. She coaches girls basketball, and she'll tell you the rest. I'm not going to steal the thunder, but let's get her on the show. All right, here we go. Where is she? Oh, here it is. So I had a little delay here. Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, Brianna. It's good to see you. You got the Aflac
Nice.
duck there.
I do. My buddy, old pal.
That's so cool. What is his name, by the way?
We don't really have a name for him. A lot of people ask that, actually.
Yeah.
So I think you should name him. It should be your
Rum. No, you know
Rum.
what? I like Accident.
accident. Cool.
His first name is Axe. His middle initial is I. And his last name is Dent. So he's kind of
Okay.
like Axel Dent, but they go by Axe short. So it's really Axe I Dent.
Accident. All right.
As in accident.
Got it. Boom.
Dad jokes, right?
Yeah.
Dad jokes. That's how it works. Someone saying dad jokes. Jordan Lewis saying dad jokes.
Yeah, a lot of people. They're going to hate. It happens.
Really? The duck. He really doesn't have a name, he or
No,
she?
he really doesn't.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's how it goes. I guess how it goes. Tell me, how are you doing right now? What's going on? Are you busy? You slow? What's going on?
Yeah, a lot of Zoom meetings, a lot of people calling in, asking for the disability plan and the hospital plan. But right now, just checking in with current accounts and, just to make sure that, they're doing okay, they're staying healthy, and to let them know what Aflac did implement was a grace period. So that was nice. It's a 60-day grace period. So a lot of people are out of work.
That's good. So,
Yeah.
Are there any other plans that will help with COVID-19?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, the disability helps, if you're out of work due to a sickness and you are quarantined by a doctor, and then the hospital plan as well, you're getting admitted to the hospital, that will pay out. And another thing that a lot of people were talking about, the president, matter of fact, is telemedicine. So a lot of employers are implementing this into their business just so if their employees have to go and see a doctor, they're not going to want to go to the ER right now or even urgent care with this pandemic going on. So you just FaceTime a certified physician and you get your diagnosis, and then if you do need prescriptions, they'll let the local pharmacist know and call it in for you.
Nice. So I know you work with a lot of types of businesses, but can you just tell everybody is there a sweet spot, or is there one that you like working with?
Well, we like to work with any type of business as long as it's not a dispensary. That's still off the market. But I specifically work with 3 employees to 50 employees. But I like working with hair salons, auto body shops, towing companies, dentist offices, those type of small businesses, so I can work on a one-on-one basis with them.
Yeah. Good. And you can work with as little as 3 employees, 4, whatever.
Yep.
Nice. Do you like working there?
Yeah, I love it. It's a passion of mine. I love helping people, and when they're going through a difficult time and a certain health event, I'm there to kind of pick them up and walk them through the steps.
How much do your plans cost? Does it depend on how many employees you have, or how does that work?
No, so it's the same across the board. Nationally, the average is $5 to $10 per paycheck, so per pay period. But disability is a different average just because it's based on your annual salary.
Oh, okay. Nice. Wondering that. So what is the most utilized plan is one question that came in. Do you have one that every business tends to use?
Yeah, so a lot of people see the duck on the TV, which is the accident plan. That's our most utilized and our most advertised.
Yeah.
As I like to call it, instead of an accident, because people think car accidents, I call it a boo-boo plan. That's anything you say ouch to and you seek medical attention, there's a cash benefit paid directly to you. So again, people have gone in for paper cuts.
I was just going to say, so how little does the accident have to be, really?
Not the paper cuts. Teachers have gone and see their, primary care and I have a paper cut and they get a cash benefit. Again, any bruise, poison ivy, bee sting, anything. As long as you say ouch and you have that medical letterhead from the doctor, you're going to get a cash benefit.
So it's got to be, it's got to come from a doctor saying
Correct.
That you're out. What you have to prove? What, you're out sick or you actually got hurt?
Yeah, so it could be like, Brand was playing basketball on, April 1st, and, she rolled an ankle.
Yep.
It's that type of paragraph, and, I help submit the claims, and it goes into the claim department.
Do you have to pay more? Like, kind of like with car insurance, if you're like a crazy driver and you just keep crashing your car, you're it's going to go up. Is it like that or no?
No, so I have like 2 left feet. My mom can attest to that. I trip over lines on the basketball court, but as long we had a firefighter that filed 45 claims in 1 year and got paid out on all 45 times, and his policy was the exact same throughout the whole year. It never goes up. It can never go down. It stays at that rate.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So you just need a doctor's note, just like, I treated this or whatever, bee sting or.
Yep.
So I wonder, what if you're an employee, not you, but someone out there that's an employee, and how do they approach their boss? It's kind of is that a gutsy thing to say, like, hey, can we get Aflac? Or how does that work? How do they get you in there to get something like that?
I could just be like, I know someone that does do benefits, and, it's no cost to the business. I think we should implement, it's employee paid, and just kind of go that route as just an introduction. It doesn't have to be, something kind of ballsy and just say, hey, we need this. Just kind of ease the way in a little bit. Yeah.
Probably the HR department, right? They would be the contact. Yeah.
Yeah. HR, owner, general manager.
Yeah. Or maybe if you have a friend who works for another company and they have it, you could tell your boss, like, hey, my buddy works at, whatever. And it's crazy. We should get that. So what is it? How does it work? How do you get in there? And for a business owner, what does he have to do? What does he or she have to do to get it going? Can it happen right away?
So we go in, we meet with the decision maker and just kind of figure out their pain points. We have a solution for pretty much everything. So whether that's, keeping, your loyal employees, or you want to bring in health insurance, but health insurance is way too much.
You're not seeing this, but someone just said Aflac as the name of the duck. Bill Palmer.
Aflac, got it.
Yeah, you get it.
Of course it was Bill.
Yeah.
That guy. But again, we just find their pain points and find solutions for them. And then, just kind of go from there. And then we call Aflac just to, authorize us to talk to their employees. And it's simple as that. Mm-hmm. Don't have to pay anything. It's, again, just employee paid.
That's cool. They just pay into it and they're golden. That's awesome.
Yep.
If anyone has any questions while we're doing this interview here for Brianna, just what's that? Not name. We don't want to name the duck because I like Accident. I think that's cool, but yes.
Accident.
But if anyone has any questions,
maybe I'll make Instagram.
Yeah. Just leave them here and I'll post them. Yeah, there's a new feature on the Wine with Dave show. If you leave a comment, boom, it just gets put up there. And, like this one from Candy, Aflac cancer policy is awesome. Always a good policy to have. I have a family plan for over 11 years. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Candy, awesome. That's a good one. Yeah, tell me about the cancer policy. You were telling me that a few months ago.
Yep, so that's one of our great plans. I actually had a story about that one. But again, that has a wellness benefit built in there. So any pre-cancer screening that you do go to your primary care for, you get a $75 wellness benefit built in there. So that's a nice plan to have.
It's not that costly either. Not that costly.
No, it's I know in Massachusetts. Yeah, I know in Massachusetts it's $7.73.
Yep. Someone says, Jordan Lewis, talk about how the plan makes a business more desirable for employees looking for a new job. That's a great question.
That is a great question.
That's a great question.
So again, a lot of employees that are seeking new opportunities, they're looking for benefits kind of built in there. So again, I always use, you have an A company that, is offering an employee $15 with no benefits, or a B company that's offering benefits but a lower pay.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are going to go to that company B because they have that extra benefit built in there.
Sure.
So again, it helps, and it's low. It's a low cost. So that's what helps as well.
It probably cuts down on turnover, right? Because you were telling me that people don't want to leave if you got that type of thing.
Right, exactly.
That kind of plan. So Candy says she pays $99 a month on her own. That is cheap.
Yeah. And she had a family plan, right? So that, again, the $7.73 was just an individual, so.
Yeah. That's awesome. $100 a month. And then just keep getting paper cuts and then collecting big time. Ka-ching. Ka-ching.
Right.
She says no employer. She has no.
Oh, so she has a direct plan.
Oh, you have. Oh, okay. Oh, tell me about that. I didn't know you could do that. You don't have to be an employee.
Yeah. When you go through an employer, it is 40% less than what you would go individually.
Yep.
But we do have some direct plans. It's not, all of our plans. Like, we have 12 plans for employees. But if you wanted to go direct, it is shorter. But there's accident on there, cancer, critical illness. But it's just going to be 40% more. But it still covers you for the same. So
same coverage, just 40% more.
Yep.
So it pays to, be employed and have your boss bring it on, or your HR person bring it on. But you can still have it if you're self-employed. So it means self-employed or just anyone?
Yeah, self-employed. Accident is more, you can do it if you're not employed, but everything else you kind of need to be self-employed.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Lewis, she was actually on last night. No, 2 nights ago. Hairstylist.
Okay.
Think you know her?
Yep.
She said, or a sole proprietor like me. So, yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Soul props. Give props to the soul props.
I know she had Aflac before. So.
Oh, she did? Okay. You know that. You know that personally. Oh, look, we're drinking wine at the same time. Lift it up at the same time. Ready? Down. Go down. And then slow into the middle, all the way up. We're trying to do virtual clinks. Can you do a virtual clink?
Yeah, we got to figure that out.
So it's, you got to use your left hand.
Left hand.
Yep. Put it near the duck. And on the count of 3, bring it to the center. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smash. Okay, we did it. Yep. Mine didn't break. Virtual. Oh my gosh. It did break. I'm bleeding. I got Aflac.
Oh, there you go. Just go to the doctor.
I was doing a virtual glass interview, connection crashed, blood stuff, and doctor, seriously, I got to make a claim. So that is awesome. One thing I want to know, because I know you've got a lot of stories, good and bad.
Yeah.
I always like the bad news first. Can you tell me some stories? Are you able to do that?
Yeah, of course. I just can't name any policyholders. But so I'll tell a tragic one first, and I'll end with a funny one. So with the cancer policy, since we were just talking about that, we had a policyholder that had stage 4 breast cancer. She was from the Cape. She went to the best doctors in the state, which is Boston. So
Boston, really?
Yeah. So her family was traveling from the Cape to Boston just to visit her. Aflac has a lodging benefit built into that cancer plan. So she had that. She had her medication, radiation, chemo. all that stuff built in there. Again, she ended up getting $60,000, and it helped her husband put food on the table for the kids. She wasn't stressing out about her finances. She was able to beat cancer, and she actually called Aflac, crying and thanking us for the policy. And again, that's why I'm in this industry, is because I like helping people like that.
Right. That's great.
Yeah. So that was nice to see. And then my funny story, will end on a good note. So this newly married couple went on their honeymoon. They were on a nude beach.
Yep.
Yeah. Nude beach. Maybe
Nude
had a little
beach.
bit too much to drink. The
Oh.
husband fell asleep. He got a 3rd-degree burn all over his body and his junk.
Wow.
And
Someone
yeah.
asked, you gotta add sound effects to these stories. I am listening to you. Seriously, I am.
No, you have to. That's what makes it. And he ended up getting a cash benefit, so it helped with just for the 3rd-degree burn.
3rd-degree burns.
What?
3rd-degree burns?
Yeah, oh yeah, on his little junk.
Oh.
But it helped pay his deductible, and then he bought his wife a gift. So,
Yep.
I mean, you can only imagine how mad she was, because it was their honeymoon. And then he also bought himself a new bathing suit.
Oh,
And that's a legitimate story too.
that is crazy.
Yes. So,
And all because they had Aflac.
all because he had Aflac.
Wow.
The claims that we put in is kind of absurd and kind of crazy at times, for sure.
He's grateful he has Aflac, otherwise he would have got burned.
And I think he might have got a divorce almost, so.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, ruined the whole honeymoon. Ouch.
Well, we'll talk in detail. How did it ruin the honey? She's turning red. She's turning red.
This might be a little rated R, so I don't know.
Yeah. So Bill Parmentier says, so much for the extracurricular part of the honeymoon.
Right.
And Jordan, what does Jordan say? Or a bathing suit in general. Ha ha ha. So I think you probably you're kind of like an empath, right? Very empathetic towards people. You must hear stories all the time where people are just grateful that they have it. Do they call you a lot and just say, I'm so glad that I have this, or you don't hear a lot of the stories?
With claims, I hear stories, but again, like, we go through qualifying events, so, we've gone through, females that are policyholders that, are having kids or getting married, or, so, again, it is a, emotional roller coaster, and we kind of turn into a psychologist at times, but again, that's what I went to school for, so I do like helping people and just kind of walking them through everything and being there for them.
So describe what you were like before working at Aflac and how you are now, based on the skill set you've clearly gained, because now you're working with people, you're helping them. What do you think you've improved in?
Definitely. Well, I think I've improved in public speaking. I hated public speaking.
So did Thomas Jefferson, if you were listening to last night's episode.
Yes, I did hear that part.
That's right. You've gotten better at public speaking. Yeah.
Yeah. That's helped me. Also, just kind of having confidence in myself. Insurance is an information overload. Anyone can say that. That's in insurance, no matter what it is. It could be car insurance, property and casualty, anything. And just kind of, going with the flow and having confidence.
Mm-hmm. So where do you work? Are you like Boston, Massachusetts, Rhode Island? Are you kind of all over?
Yeah, so I have licenses both in Mass and Rhode Island. Since I live in Rhode Island, but I used to live in Mass, and it's literally, I could probably walk to Mass.
Yeah, you're like right over the border. That's fun.
Right.
Can you get Connecticut or further out?
So I can get any state. I just haven't had anyone to reach out to me saying, hey, I live in Virginia. You want to get a license in Virginia and sell to me? Or
yeah, they never heard of Aflac in Virginia. They don't run commercials. It's just crazy. No. Obviously, there must be a lot of Aflac agents everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
What about your training? Do you guys have training like monthly or?
Yeah, so when you first start, you go to a thing called sales school. So just training on the kind of the first steps of becoming an Aflac agent.
Yep.
But then you got to take, tests for licensing and fun stuff like that.
Candy says, come to Tennessee. You got to come to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah. Tennessee. I want to go to
Okay.
Tennessee. Candy, I
love Tennessee.
I heard it's really hot. A friend of mine lived there, but I want to go to Nashville big time.
Oh,
Well, Memphis.
let's go to
Oh.
Nashville.
So, Candy, put in, where are you, what town are you from, actually? I don't even know. Steve Mason just came on. Howdy, y'all. Steve, if you're just tuning in, which you obviously are, we're talking about, we're not talking about photographers. That's what we're not doing. Steve's a photographer. Yeah, I'm wondering where in Tennessee you're from. So, that's great, Brianna. I mean, I wish you the best of luck. What's your day like? Just tell me, you wake up, you have your breakfast, you just start pounding doors, or how do you get new people?
Yeah, so if we weren't in this pandemic right now, usually I wake up, have my coffee, I do emails, I do some kind of admin work for an hour, and then I go out, usually like a typical, 8 to 4, 9 to 5 job. I go out selling, and then I have meetings throughout that time, and then I come back and, bang out some more paperwork. So if people have claims, I'll start it at 5. So
Really? Do you get a lot? So are you mostly doing claims? Is it just nonstop or?
It depends. I mean, some people don't like filing and don't know that they have that benefit. So when we go and do open enrollment time, we service them and, hey, did you go to the doctor at all? Oh, yeah, I had poison ivy and I went to the doctor's, or whatever it is. So I'll help them with that and then file their claim for them.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So Candy said she's in south of Knoxville, Loudoun County, 2.5 hours from Nashville. See, I think everyone in Tennessee is like near Memphis or Nashville, but obviously they're not. Because in Rhode Island, and Candy, you lived in Rhode Island, so you think you're like 10 minutes away from something. Nashville's 2.5 hours. That's like here to Maine. So I wouldn't think to go to Maine. Who goes to Maine? But anyway, have you ever been to Maine, Bri?
I have, yeah. I went to Sunday River this past year.
Sunday River, yep.
Yeah.
I went there last Saturday. Actually, I went to Saturday River on Sunday. Listen, what's your favorite state?
What's my favorite state?
Yeah.
I do love Tennessee. Nashville was a blast when I went. So.
Yeah. Party town, lots of music.
Yeah.
What state do you want to go to that you haven't been to? You been to California?
No, I was just going to say I want to go to California.
There you go. That's a good one.
Or even Hawaii. That's another good one.
Wow. Jordan says Maine or M-E. I'm not quite sure. That's awesome. So what is your goal? Do you have any goals? Writing them down and, making a list, checking it twice?
Yeah.
Want to be the head of VP of sales of Aflac in 2 years?
Oh, yeah. It might take a little while, but I have a goal to open at least 20 accounts this year.
20 accounts, that's great.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it's definitely tough right now.
Yeah, man, that kind of squashed the goal with all this, right?
Yeah. But again, you just got to live with it, and you can't control the uncontrollable, so you just got to keep, taking it day by day.
Yeah, that's
Building
awesome.
relationships.
What does Bill Palmentier say? He's smiling. You just give a little smile face. You can't see this because you're on Skype, but we're going through this eCam, and the world, you guys are seeing this. So she doesn't see the little quotes that I've been clicking on, but I've been filling you in. Thanks for coming on the show. I got to ask another question.
Shoot.
Speaking of shoot, that's my question. Basketball.
Yes.
Tell me about basketball. What is up with you in basketball? Why do you love it? And what turned you on?
What was that?
What turned you on to basketball? Because you're a coach, right? You're a coach.
Yes. So I've been playing ever since I was 5. I played in college. I just love the fast-paced game. it's my love. So when I stopped in college, I coach, I like to be mentors to these little kids and high school girls, like get them ready for college. So I coach JV basketball along with 2 AAU teams, which is 7th grade and 8th grade. Right now, we're not playing anything right now, unfortunately, but we'll get back out there soon.
That's good. So what happens when you win a game?
I go nuts. I jump in the air. There we go.
I fed you that line and you didn't jump at it. We celebrate. You should have said we celebrate so that I could do the DJ horn. That's cool. That's really good. That's good. So these girls look up to you as a mentor, as a coach?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. What do we got here? What do we got? Rick just said, great point. Can't control the uncontrollable. Girl, me too. Girl. That was one of the national days. I wish they had funkier days. That day, I can't remember what it was. It was last week. It was Girl Me Too. And it was if a friend of yours, a girlfriend or friend, it's girl, has a bad day and you can relate to it, you do the hashtag Girl Me Too and you talk about your friend. Like, Girl Me Too. Like we're all having bad days. Is that crazy? They made a day for it. What else do we got here? Candy just said, I would recommend Aflac to everyone. Great company, good interview. Well, thanks, Candy. It's all
thank you.
Candy's in Tennessee and 2.5 hours south of Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee. The Grand Ole Opry. Oh, I got to get there before I die. That would be great. So she recommends it. She's highly, highly recommends it. Let me see. What's he saying here? Bill Palmentier. Dave has a new toy. Dave, Bill, I need a producer because I need people to run all these things. But Bri, thank you so much for coming on the show. You've been more than gracious putting up with my sound effects and stuff. Is there anybody you're looking to connect to in the New England area, in Rhode Island or Mass? Any business? Is there a restaurant? Because they'll probably meet with you virtually right now, right, to kind of get the ball rolling?
Yeah, that's actually how we're meeting with a lot of people. I actually have an education piece coming up on Tuesday, and it's with all the employees. And again, it's just going to be a quick Zoom meeting. But yeah, any liquor stores. I know I've mentioned that before. Liquor stores, small, either fast food restaurants or local restaurants that are still open. So those essential businesses right now.
Grocery stores, big time. Yep. That's a lot happening. Lots happening right now. Yes. I hope we get back to work soon.
I do too.
I'm working every day. So I'm grateful, really, really grateful, working every day. But working out of home. And we just moved, actually. We moved from East Greenwich to North Kingston. So in the middle of this move, all this stuff happened. So we still had to move because we had to get out of our old place and into the new. So, Jordan Lewis says, yes, the backstage tour of the Grand Ole Opry is amazing. Go. So I got to go there.
You do. It's great.
And Bill Palmentier is jealous. He must be jealous of me right now because I've got a live show and you don't. Actually, Bill has a podcast, Marketing Essentials. Go on Facebook and type in Marketing Essentials and, and then you can follow him. I just got the news. I think this just came in. Bernie Sanders' wife just died. Is that true? Someone look that up.
Is that true? That
literally just came across my little feed. Bernie Sanders' wife possibly died. I'm not sure. Or is it his first wife? I don't know. Somebody look it up.
Somebody look it up.
Somebody look it up. Well, that's how a live show is, You kind of ask people to do it. But thank you so much, Bri. You have a great night.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. I got to see you kiss the duck. Got to see you kiss him right on the bills. No, on the bill. That's where they like it the most. Again. I get to force things because it's my show. Kiss it a third time. No, thank you so much, and I appreciate it. You are the best. Wish you all the best of luck.
All right, thank you.
Take
Thank you
care.
so much.
Bye, Bri.
Bye.
Well, that was cool. Brianna is awesome. She's kissing the duck 3 times. She's doing exactly what I was hoping for. So kissing the duck. So yeah, if you work for a company that does not have Aflac, I mean, listen to Candy. She pays $99 a month, and she is covered. It's amazing. What does Candy say? Yeah, when everything gets back to normal, reach out to the Corner Bistro in Situate. Ooh. Write that one down. Thank you, Candy. I don't know if you know the owner. Maybe you know the owner. If you're just tuning in, you're tuning in mostly late, but still hang out. We get some fun stuff coming up. But Candy, thank you so much. Bri, write that down. The Corner Bistro in Situate. That's right. That's where I met Candy, in Harmony, Rhode Island. You know what's funny? We grew up in Harmony. That's kind of cool. I like that. Grew up in Harmony. We both had summer houses in Harmony, Rhode Island. Steve Mason, the Marketing Essentials podcast are unique and informative. Check them out. Bill, can't find anything on Bernie's wife. It literally just came in through a friend who watches a news station. It may not be real, so I don't mean to scare people, but it came in somewhere, some news feed. I don't know, there's so many news feeds. You can't trust everything, right? Can't find anything on Bernie's wife. So anyway, what are we going to next? Guess what we're going to next? Are you guys ready for this? This is a new segment. Oh, Candy says my niece's father owns it. I'm going to put that here so it's always there. My niece's father owns it. Yes, that's awesome. That's good. So I will let you know, Candy. We will let you know, because I'm connected to Bri, and I will let her know that you said that, and she's probably listening right now. So Brianna is probably, knowing her, being a basketball coach with the whole win. She's probably writing that down right now, and she's probably contacting him right now. Who really knows? Now I can't do a live show of my own without looking like a copycat. No, you can still do it. Oh my gosh. It's just me. I'm just Dave. Jeez, you'll probably do a better job. Bill is an amazing photographer. He's good. He is the man with the plan. Are you guys ready for the next segment of Wine with Dave? Look at me, Meadowlark Lemons, spinning that thing. Put in the comments if you know who Meadowlark Lemons is. I'm really proud of you if you know who that is. Are you ready? This segment is called Plays with Apps. Dave plays with apps. You like that transition? I do. I think it's cool. Today, we're going to be dealing with Snapseed, but I want to show you a photo first that I'm going to be talking about. Let me turn this music off. So, you like that music? It's kind of mysterious. It's like, what app is he playing with today? It's a little mysterious little thing. The Harlem Globetrotters. Steve Mason, you won. But you did not win this photo, okay? I tried to give that out yesterday and no one bought. All right. Are you ready to go? We're ready to go. Plays with apps. Can everybody see this on the screen? Give me a little thumbs up, or however you kids do it. So I took this photo. If you have an iPhone, and I think on an Android, tell me if you can. Whoa, earthquake in Rhode Island. Do you have Pano on Android or the Google phone? I don't know if you have Pano, where you take the photo, you snap it, hold the button down, and kind of do this thing. You'll see people like that at a crowd, although not these days, there's no crowd. But if you see someone doing this, then they definitely have an iPhone, okay? They're not weird. They have an iPhone. So let me show you. Oh, look at this. Look at my wife. That's Joanne. I'm going to resize her so her head's the same as mine. She's got a bigger head, though. But anyway, that's her high school senior picture. All right, so this is a photo I took. Check this out, right? So here's where it started. It's kind of blah. I went down to the beach. I live near the bay. And, Jordan, you have a Google Pixel. I wanted to ask someone with that. Do you have Pantograph? Can you take a, 360? I'm just curious if you can do that. Anyway, this is one I took. The ocean was crazy. It was wild. Look at these waves. Look at that. That's nuts. Those are they got to be 5, 6 inches tall. I mean, these are Rhode Island waves. Look at that. The teeth on that. They call that the teeth, don't they? Rick Greenwood would know. He's a surfer. Do they call that teeth? I just made that up. Anyway, that looks really cool. But look at the end. Look how bad that came out. Because that's where I ended. Hit the button. My hand shook. Whatever. Yes, you can, says Jordan. Okay, the Pixel can do it. That's great. So this is what I'm going to do. When you take a nice panographic thing, you got to use Snapseed. You see that? Boom, right there, Snapseed. Snapseed, I would take with me as the only app if I was stuck on an island. But if I was stuck on an island, there's no way to charge my phone, so I would only use Snapseed for 4 hours, and I'm done. But you got to get Snapseed, and it's free. It opens up. It says tap anywhere to open a photo. Oh, look, it already opened up the photo I was last looking at. That's pretty intuitive. You can zoom in, do whatever you want. I can hit, you can't see that, but down below, yeah, you really can't see that. I would have to do crop split screen so you can see it down there. You can see it at the bottom, but I don't want to do that cropping. I like to be big. All right. So anyway, I'm going to hit last edit. And it does the last edit, which happened to have been a Gaussian blur on the right. I don't like it. I'm going to exit out. So what I want to do is I want to crop the end of that piece off. So I'm going to go to Tools and upper right corner, right up there, far right, crop. Look at that. And then I click on free. It's unfortunately you can't see that, but I can move. See that? Moving that right there. And right about there. Okay. Now, there's some black area at the bottom. Don't fret, people. This is Dave Plays with Apps. I'm here to show you something. Click OK. Now it cropped it. But look at that. That's kind of ugly, right? How do you get rid of the black band at the bottom? Well, below that is a button that says Tools. You hit Tools, and you get all these tools. This is crazy. And here's my favorite one. Third down, right about there, it's called Healing. I like Healing. Healing is good. Healing's good for a photo. All right, so I zoom in, and all I'm doing is just pinch, pinch, pinch. Okay, and then I pinch just enough where I can just go like that. Boom. It's kind of like the rubber stamp tool of Photoshop. Zoom in. Just kind of, it's very random. It's not intuitive. I mean, in a way it is, but not really. But you don't know. If you're taking a picture of the beach, no one's going to look at that rock and say, wait, that rock is the same rock as the one 10 feet away. Fraud. They're not going to say that. No one is going to say that. So I just zoom in, go like that. See how it's filling in? You would never really know. You would never know. Boom. Sometimes you know. Like that. That looks pretty bad. Look at that repeated pattern. It's okay. Touch it up. Touch it up. Just do random things. If you don't like it, there's a back button. So this isn't great. I'm not super happy with this, but you get the point. So I cleaned it up. Otherwise, I would have had to crop the bottom and move it up. But I really like the height of this. All right. So I'm doing that. I'm doing that. Boom, boom. If you're just tuning in, this is Wine with Dave, and this is the segment called Dave Plays with Apps. I should put a logo right over here, right? All right, so it looks good, right? Not too bad. I got to hit the check mark, which you don't see. And then I'm going to go to another tool, and this is one of my favorites. It's HD Escape. Can you see that? Right, boom. 2 over from Healing. No, 1 over from Healing. Look at the drama that brings. All right. That brings the drama. Now, if I hold my finger on the photo for a second, it shows me what it was. And I let go, and it shows me the effect. I didn't actually save the photo with the effect yet. I'm just looking at it. Check this out. What? Before? After. Before? After. Cool. But I like to see the whole thing. Those rocks before, pretty high contrast, right? That's cool. That's cool. Now, Steve Mason and Bill Palmentier, they know photography. They could take way better shots than this. I'm just showing you guys what you can do with a phone, and it's pretty awesome, though. All right, so if I like that effect, and actually if I slide my finger, it brings more of the effect in, more of the effect. So I'm going to do this. Actually, let me show you something. This is really cool. I am going to turn it off. I'm going to export it, save it. Okay, I'm going to save it, modify. Yep, hit the modify because you want to modify it. Then I'm going to bring it into, and I talked about this, Pixel Loop. Pixel Loop is crazy. That'd be the second app that I bring on a desert island. Everybody says if I was ever stranded on a desert island, there's no such thing as a desert island. Have you ever seen an island that's just flat with desert? It's got a palm tree. Anyway, you hit new project, and where is it? Where is it? It's probably right there. Is that it? It's going to open. It's going to open. Yep, there it is. There it is. Okay, now check it out. I'm going to add sky. You can't see this, but it adds sky. It knows where the white area of the photo is, so it automatically adds sky. I hit the play button, and the sky is moving. Look at that. Is that crazy? That's cray-cray, as the kids say. I can change it to many different sky, and then I can also change the ambiance of it. So this is no ambiance, which means the sky is this, whatever it is, it's golden orange, but it doesn't reflect onto what's below it. If I move the ambiance up, see how it changes? Let me show you that. All right, off. All right, and then the sky's still moving, but I'm adding ambiance. So it looks like the sky is reflecting on the water. It just takes a little getting used to. That's a really cool post. Animated posts do, it's been proof that it gets more engagement. So now down here, do I want to make it 6, 18 seconds long? Whatever. I'll just, whatever, 12 seconds, 1080p for you photo nuts, for you photo kids out there, you Mason Palmentiers. So that's it. What are people saying? What are people saying here? Dave, perspective is good too for that. Yeah, not too bad. It's free too, says Steve. Listen to Steve. He knows what he's talking about. It's a misnomer. They mean deserted. Oh, I was saying it wrong. I'm calling it a desert island. Desert island. Rye, my buddy Rye. He was my first customer in the Philippines when I owned a t-shirt company on the side. Wow, Wine with Dave has actually reached another country. You are the first country outside of the U.S. to be watching Wine with Dave. How you doing, Rye? Rye is a great guy, a videographer too. What do we got? Let me turn that off. So that's cool. So I saved it. I'm going to hit export, which you can't see. And I save it. And then you can bring it in a whole host of apps that you can put text over it. But it gets really good engagement. So if you own a business, you want to get good engagement with your photos. Naturally, I just took the ocean. What does that tie in? I mean, if you're a seafood company, yeah, that'd be really nice. So there it is. Look at that thing. Look at that. It's beautiful. I mean, it's fake. It's a fake reality because the sun beaming down in the middle should reflect on the water. I get it, but it's for drama. It's an iPhone. It's not a professional photo by any means, but it's funky and it's cool and it gets engagement. So, you do what you can do. Okay. So that is my segment called What is it called? Come on, people. What's it called? The segment's called Play with Apps. Play with Apps. Let me go back to Wine with Dave, the Wine with Dave scene. Guys, it's been great. It's been really good. Last night was a struggle, I'm telling you. Technology was not on my side. Skype was not working. I had power outages in Warwick, and I couldn't connect. It gets frustrating. But I'm back. So, what do we got? Bill Palmentier says, he is, but I consider the sauce. That's good. Rye, doing good, my friend. Nice to be recognized. I'm learning. What is this software? So this software I'm using is eCamm, E-C-A-M-M, only for the Mac. But you can do things like this. You can, move logos around. You can add layers. People comment like what you're doing right now. You can put even comments of Steve Mason, who's pretty obnoxious. I say we kick him in the shins. I click on the comment, it shows up. It's pretty cool. I don't have to click every one. I just click on the ones, but I click on a lot of them. And this one I like clicking on. I tend to always show Rick's things because he's huge. He's huge. Guys, it's another night. I got to get you kids to bed. It's actually 10:01. We didn't have any technical glitches tonight, so this is the last of me talking about the technology stuff. I'm just trying to be transparent with y'all. But this is Wine with Dave. Wine with Dave. I'll be honest with you. It's not wine tonight. This is Kraken rum. Oh, it burned the throat. Tune in tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's going to be great. A drummer with the Ronnie James Dio tribute band, okay? This guy can play his butt off. All right, he can play his butt off. But I'm not bringing him on just for that. He also wrote a book. He's doing a movie. He's in a documentary. Paranormal Activity. Are you guys into Paranormal Activity? Run to the Light. Run to the Light. What movie was that from? You need closing music. Bill, I am on it. Are you ready? Are you ready for closing music? Here it is. You've been listening to Wine with Dave. Oh, closing quote. We have a closing quote, and it was from Bri Hochwarter, the guest tonight. You ready? Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. You are listening to Dave England, Wine with Dave. Tell your friends about this. I want to make lots of money on the show. I'm kidding. But if you know any wineries, you never know. You never know.